If you're going to use a podcast as a main content generator, you have two options. Either you're going to feature guests, right, and bring them on your show. Ideally, those guests are experts and can really serve your audience by bringing them real value, right? Because they're experts in the space and are answering the questions that your audience has, right? And ideally, they are some of your audience's biggest fans, because now you get to do brand association as well. So your audience sees you with that person that they value, whose perceived value is very high, right? They have credibility, which then gives you credibility and serves them. Gives you clout, serves them, everybody wins. If you're gonna do that, you can start right away, right? You can even host your podcast on, we typically really advise for you to use Zoom, because once you got video content, you can then use that and repurpose it. And as we know, you can build a lot of trust with video. You can then strip that audio and put it into, we use anchor.fm. It's a host that'll get your podcast out to multiple places. iTunes, Spotify, you name it, right away, just like that. You can even go ahead, if you're not gonna do video, which we strongly don't advise, but you can record the podcast on your phone directly. You can literally go live right now. And when I say go live, is literally be up in a couple seconds it takes for the recorded episode to be recorded on Anchor and then be pushed to a podcast automatically. So these are things you have to highly consider when you're looking to start a podcast. Option number 2 is that you actually use video, but when you use video, if you're not gonna have a guest on your podcast, you wanna make sure that you make a list right away of the frequently asked questions of your avatar. What are they currently searching? It has to be relevant, right? Ideally, evergreen content is best, right? So if I'm looking to buy a house, what are the steps that I need to do to buy a house? What are the questions that people are asking? How do I find a mortgage lender? How do I find a realtor? Those are just an example, right? That gives you, it answers the questions that your avatar is currently asking. That's very important. And it's important that the topics are relevant as well. So if it's not evergreen content, what are people asking right now in your marketplace, in your industry? Because when you start recording content based on that, then now you're literally opening up the door and forming a bridge for them to actually start building a relationship with, because you're answering the questions that they're asking. You are serving them. That's the second tip that is the most important when you start recording your content.